O shebelletse Raising Babies 101. Ha se mo he re boneng hore lenaneo la rona le re tshwaretseng kajeno. First up, in Nature versus Nurture, we explore the concept of lying. Ha re feta mo he, re tsamaya re bone hore bana ba rona re ba tshireletsa jwang mahaeng a rona. We will focus on electrical outlets and cords. Who another exciting episode of Raising Babies 101, the Toddlers Edition. Lebitso la ka ke nna Kgomotso Christopher. Ene ke a tshepa hore ho na le dintho tse ngata tse leng hore le tla ithuta ho lenaneo la rona la kajeno. Empa he, pele re qala, ke na le taba tse monate for all of you at home. You stand a chance to win a 200 Rand shopping voucher at an exclusive retailer. Jwanong batla o tseba hore o tlo wina jwang wa iputsisa. Well, go bonolo jwang wait. Ntho e tshwantseng o etse is just to answer the question. Is it important to teach your child the values of telling the truth? Nnete e bohlokwa ha kang mo ntlong ya hao. Look out for the correct answer during the show. Post your answers on Facebook and you could be a winner. Simple. Today, we discuss the inherent nature of humans to lie and how we can nurture our children. Now, to help us look at this very complicated ideal from all angles, please welcome with me in studio today, clinical psychologist Christel Roets. Welcome, Christel.
Thanks so much, Kgomotso.
And, you know, to help us understand the nature of lying and our behavior, we have done a purposeful interaction with some toddlers that we're going to be watching. So basically how it's going to be working is that we're going to see 3 toddlers. They're each going to be given some food, some sweets to eat, and of course they'll be instructed that actually they can't eat any of that food until mom says so, and mom will leave the room. And then we're going to see what's going to happen, what our toddlers are actually going to do.
Exciting. I'm curious to see what they do.
I got you a little snack, some strawberries. All for you. But can you wait? I just have to go see Musa quickly. Okay, don't touch them, okay? Promise? Just wait till I come back. Okay. 1 minute. Don't take it.
I'm coming back right now. When did you eat them? Okay, sure.
Coming back. Okay. Mama, you back now? Mama! Mama!
I'm upstairs, I'm coming.
I'm eating my food.
Are you eating?
No, I'm eating.
But I said you must wait.
No, I'm eating my water. Yeah.
Are you eating your tomatoes? You mean your strawberries? Did you eat? You did it!
You telling Mommy? Mama, eat it?
Wait. Can you touch it?
Okay.
You ate some.
Oh, good girl. Can have it now. It's all for you.
Well, there you have it.
They actually surprised me. They did fairly well.
2 out of 3.
Yes, and I would have been tempted myself to not eat those.
Right.
It's so interesting to see how, especially Adrian, she ate the fruit, but not the marshmallow. So there's already a sense of, like, you get taught you must eat your food. And she's saying to her mom, I'm eating my food, kind of like feeling proud of it, that she's eating her tomatoes, which is probably what she needs to eat first before she can have her marshmallow.
The differences in how they had different emotions, and is that something that's connected to the differences in age or personality thing? Because we did see them react quite differently. Also, the time aspect of it. You know, children who are younger don't really have the patience of someone who's older. So deal with that difference in the way they behaved emotionally.
Age definitely plays a role, especially in your ability to tolerate discomfort, and it also plays a role in your ability to communicate. So Seabi checked with his mom with asking her, are you coming back? Where are you? And that shows a little bit of autonomy already, and him thinking of, well, where is she? And I can communicate to her. Where Maya seemed maybe a bit younger, although she's around the same age,
yes.
But she kept quiet, she waited, and that kind of maybe shows that she's not already thinking of, but I can also communicate back. I'm just waiting for someone to communicate to me.
Communication also does help.
Definitely.
And it helps and it changes with time and age.
Definitely.
So it is so clear that we all have an inherent nature of sometimes just telling a bit of a fib, you know, lying to get something that we really want. So we have to nurture our personalities. We have to nurture our children. Re ba godisa in such a way that they understand that in fact, truth brings power. After the ad break, we continue on our quest to understand the way in which we can nurture our children into becoming children who really just speak the truth. Stay tuned. Uskatsamai. Really amoheleng hape ho lenaneo la rona. Now, before the break, we did some interaction with toddlers to expose their natural instincts when it comes to lying and fulfilling their needs. With me in studio still is, of course, our clinical psychologist, Christel, Roets, but also joining us in our discussion is Seabi, mother of twins and triplets, and Mokghatle, a mom of 2. Bathong ba gaetsho. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So just to go back to what we were talking about earlier on, Christel, this issue of lying, I want to get to the bottom of it. Why do we lie? And why do children lie?
I think as humans, we all lie. None of us can say that we've never lied before. And I think it all comes back to us feeling shame and guilt for wanting certain things, for being jealous of other people, for not being able to wait. So we cover it up with a lie when we need that instant gratification, but we feel we're going to be judged for it or punished. And I think especially with kids, the punishment feels so much worse because it feels like this is going to be the end of my world. I don't know what to expect. My mom's going to kill me. I think so many kids have said that before.
Yes.
And I think that that's the core of it, really.
That's the core of it, really.
Yes.
It's the issue of consequences. And it's quite interesting, you know, because we all have different ways in which we punish our children. And some people might say, well, lying is just lying. You know, it's not like, you know, fighting with your sibling or beating someone up. It's just lying. I mean, is there such a thing as small lies and big lies, or maka ke maka?
Maka ke maka.
Maka ke maka,
Maka ke
need.
maka, you lie, you lie. Yeah, lying is lying.
And how do you instill that in your children? How do you make them know that lying is a very serious thing, and the value of telling the truth is very important to you as a parent?
You know, first it starts with me as a parent. Because you tend to tell the child a lie in order, you know, say when you are leaving, you're going to work and the child is crying. And you tell, baby, don't cry, I'm going to buy sweets. And then you come back without sweets.
Yes.
What does it say to a child? Because with the children, they learn by seeing what we do. So I cannot come back and say, don't lie when I have lied.
Right.
So it doesn't have a meaning to a child. So what you do, we need to be careful as parents when we do these things.
Oh, wow, Martha, I'm feeling so bad.
Don't be.
Those types of parents, like, I'm just going to get a sweet. I think we all do it, right?
We do.
That's the question. I mean, is lying just a natural reaction that we all have behaviorally, whether you're an adult or as a child? And now you've got 2 little ones,
Yes.
and the age gap is quite teeny.
Yes.
So you almost also have twins. Do you find that, given that they are so close in age, that they're exactly the same? Are you dealing with the same reactions to the same problems? Or do you find that one actually, you know, like if I talk to this one, I need, or can always tell a fib? Are they different?
They are different. They've got different personalities, so I have to find a different way of addressing them. So I have to know who I'm talking to and how do I make my point clear to them and how do I get the truth out of each and every one of them. So they are different individuals, even if their age gap is very close.
And so would you concur with that, given that you've got triplets and twins, and that, you know, according to science, they're supposed to be exactly the same, but it's not quite the case, is it?
It's not. It's not. I deal with the culprit first, and then I call them, and then teach them, so that I don't have to come back and repeat. And you know, they learn from the example. Here is the example.
Examples.
The culprit. So do not fall into that.
So then that somehow also swings us right back to this issue of consequences, Christel. And I think sometimes the danger is, you know, you have consequences for behavior, but you have to measure it quite well.
Yes.
So I guess the risk is if you make the consequences too harsh, does that sometimes give the opposite reaction of a child then making sure that next time they'll definitely lie because they're afraid of the consequences?
Definitely. I think that they need to know that they can survive the consequences, because that's part of us as even adults. We need to know that I can own up and I can redeem myself, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with making a mistake and going back and saying that this is what happened. I think that often kids feel like, but if I say that I did this wrong, everyone's going to think that I'm a bad person, and then I'm a bad person forever. And with lies especially, kids often feel, or are often told, but only naughty kids lie, or that it's wrong for you to have lied about this. And that instills that sense of, I'm a bad person, and so I shouldn't be doing this. And that guilt then kind of makes a whole cycle of, now I need to hide what I actually want. And I think that it's very important to look at not making your kid feel like they are going to end up being a serial killer because they lied about something.
Thank you so much, ladies, for joining the conversation. Honestly, I've learned so much from this conversation today, especially regarding our inherent nature to lie, even if we're adults. That's not the case. The values we want to instill in our children, we need to be a reflection of. Trust is extremely important in the bond between parent and child. There is no such thing as an innocent white lie. Maka ke maka. Ho bua nnete e tshwantse e be molao. Bana le hale hore ba ko hae, ba ko sekolong, ba tsamaya le bonkgono ba bona, tshwantse ba bue nnete. Le ko ntlong ya tshomi. Ke mosebetsi wa rona re le batswadi hore re godise bana ba ileng hore ba ithata, bana ba ileng hore ba rata batho ba bang, ebile ke bana ba ileng hore ba bua nnete mo bophelong. Re gopole hore nnete ke matla. Truth is power. Let's raise powerful human beings. And up next is Decoding A to Z. And today's P is for pathology, the study of the causes and effects of disease or injury. The word also refers to the study of disease in general. Up next, re tlo sheba hore bo mapekenene ba etsang ka maphelo a bona. Re tlo bona ngwanenyana a ipapalla le ntja ya hae in Show and Tell.
And it's not to scratch me. Hi, my name is Mokghatle. I live in Centurion, and I'm 4 years old. And I have a pet called Sky. And And I love playing with her all days. That's all. Stop touching me.
Madume, re le amoheleng hape ho Raising Babies 101. Next up, re tlo bua about how easy peasy it is to toddler-proof anything electrical in your house. So please welcome with me in studio our guest, ECD teacher, Marietjie Gericke. Welcome, Marietjie.
Thank you.
Firstly, I would like to start right at the beginning, which is what is it about electrical equipment and cords and appliances in our homes that make it so dangerous for little ones?
Okay, well, first of all, naturally children that age explore. And these gadgets are quite cool, and any child will want to explore. And first of all, you need to comply in your house, in schools, with your SHEQ policies, which is safety and health, emergency quality control. And therefore, there's standard equipment that can be or must be in the houses. For instance, number one is your safety plug. And this must cover every plug. Because little fingers goes into
those little
plugs
very easily.
But it's not just to cover your plug. The cover around the plug must also be sealed, because those exploring little hands goes in and they can even touch wires at the back, because the law says it must be sealed with, you can't get your fingers in for an adult. Now, it must be even more sealed for those little fingers.
Little one. Of course, because you are an ECD teacher, these are things that you are aware of. But as parents, what tips would you give them to find and get access to this type of information?
You know the friend Google?
Uh-huh.
That's always first stop. But there's a lot of companies out there that is doing first aid training, firefighting, and then they bring all these segments in to make the parents aware of what must be done, what mustn't be done. The other alternative is with your local council, social development. They've got specific people in EMS that can even guide you through this whole step. And then, yes, knowledge.
Knowledge is power.
They need to be educated. Yeah, they need to be educated, because all these things can save a little one's life.
Absolutely. And as parents, it is so important to inform ourselves. You know, once you make a decision to have a child, it doesn't end there. Knowledge is power, as you're saying. And I think it's something that I've learned from this aspect of our chat today. And, you know, going forward, we will be having all these conversations around safety and training. I love that you're bringing in the issue of first aid and the connection to things like electrical cords and proofing your home. So thank you very much for actually touching on that subject. It's very holistic, safety in the home and safety for children. So thank you for joining us, Marietjie.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, folks. It's incredibly easy peasy. Ho bonolo hore o tshireletse bana ba hao ko hae, keeping your home safe from anything electrical in your home. Up next, it's time to have a battle of the parents. In studio, please welcome radio host and television presenter William Lehong, also known as the Black Chinese guy, who'll be battling it out against mom Welma Kekana. So, William, you're a dad. Dad of how many?
I've got two daughters.
Oh, two girls.
One is 17 and one just turned 1 in May.
So, like one Barbie and one who's a young lady.
Yes.
Very sweet. And you, Welma, you're a mom.
Yes, I'm
And
mom.
how many kids do you have?
I've got only one.
You've
I've got one boy who's turning 3 in August. Larisang is his name.
So, this is how it works. The two parents will face off in an epic quick-fire battle to answer a series of trivia questions that relate to today's episode. The parent with the most points, of course, will be named the better ma or pa? Are you ready?
We're ready.
Are you ready?
Very ready.
Do you think you're going to be the better ma, or do you think you're going to be the better pa?
I am.
Hoping to be a better pa.
I better be.
All right, so let me give you the basics. You might be asking, why do you have like a hammer there and a bell there?
Yes.
This is your tool for answering the question.
Okay.
Right? So you have to use your hammer before you answer the question or use
Okay.
your bell.
Right.
So here it is. Question number 1.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Trust is a very important aspect of a relationship between parent and child.
Me.
It was a hammer. Yes. All right. Okay, so that was easy, right?
Very
easy
Yeah.
peasy. So, 1-0. Next question. There's a famous idiom that says something is the best policy.
Honesty is the best policy.
Oh, yes. We must the bell. Honesty is the best policy. So, we're 1-1.
Yeah.
1-1. We've got 3 questions to go, so let's get going.
Okay.
Is there such a thing as an innocent lie?
No.
No.
Okay, so contestants, unfortunately, no points to this question, to both of you.
Okay.
Because you guys were very, very trigger happy, and I'm happy about that. Like, you ran, you hit, and then you answered. So the whole point is you hammer, and then you speak. Or
Okay.
you ring the bell, and then
Then
you speak.
speak. Okay,
Not
got
hammer
it.
speak and all of that. We've got it.
Happy?
Are you ready for the next question?
We are ready.
Ready.
Who is the hostess for Raising Babies 101?
Kgomotso.
Kgomotso, yours truly.
I've got
All right. All right. So 2 points to you, William,
Yeah.
and 1 point to Welma.
Okay.
You've still got one question.
Okay.
You might be able to redeem yourself.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So why should we use electrical covers? Yes?
So that they don't stick their fingers in the little hole.
Yes, Daddy
we
knows.
started with that,
All right.
actually.
So obviously, winner is Daddy. You are the better pa.
Thank you. Better pa. Better pa.
So, William, as our winner, you get a chance to give your girls a shout out on that camera over there.
Okay. Hello, Otwa. Hello, Tsecho. It's Daddy on Raising Babies 101 with Welma and Kgomotso.
Oh, yay!
A big shout out and a huge love from me to you. I love you.
Oh, definitely best pa.
Definitely, hey?
Trivia games are a fun way to build a solid general knowledge and teach your children about fair play and healthy competition. They're also a fun way to learn and remember new facts. Being able to think on your feet is a valuable thing to teach your child, as this will help them navigate anything unexpected that life may throw at them. Thank you to all the viewers at home for watching another episode of Raising Babies 101, the Toddler Edition.